Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Alleyway, and when last we left off, we destroyed multiple instances of Mario's head en route to level 19, where we're trying to regain the lives that I've lost from not aligning the paddle correctly and letting the ball fall into oblivion. It happens more often than you'd think. This game is more tricky than it appears. And while we're working through these two lines of blocks, we're going to be asking the important questions about Alleyway, like where Alleyway fits in the Mario continuity. Is there a point where Mario decided to get into the Mushroom Kingdom's paddle-shaped spaceship to destroy blocks that Bowser was attempting to use to crush the Mushroom Kingdom? Or is it more likely that Alleyway is entirely non-canon, and we really shouldn't be thinking about the fact that Mario is in this ship trying to destroy blocks? It's quite likely that that is the case, but if it isn't the case, why haven't we seen the Alleyway spaceship in other games? I mean, wouldn't it make Super Mario Bros. 3 that much easier if Mario could just get into the paddle ship and fly to other worlds? Hey, that would have been a pretty good alternative to the warp whistle. But I digress. The other thing I've been thinking about is the hidden difficulty in Alleyway, and that is battery life, because the Game Boy was a truly powerful thing. It was a mighty handheld, but even with its battery efficiency that put other handhelds to shame, it still only had so much battery life, and this game has no password system and no save system, so you had to get through this all in one go. And I typically played this game with the charger when we weren't out and about, and we had two types of charger. We had the wall socket one, and we also had some car chargers. Now, take it from me, trying to play the Game Boy while in a car, terrible idea, because it made me very, very car sick. But I love playing the Game Boy, so I kept doing it. And the car charger had the added disadvantage, also lots of points there, of it being that much more susceptible to being knocked, and if it was knocked, then your progress would be wiped as the system restarted. I typically played password-based games when I was in the car. Now let's be very careful here, because we're getting close to the point where we have to only deal with blocks on the top section of the screen, and they're going to be quite tricky because of all of the indestructible blocks. Now, it looks like the blocks are two sets of 2 and a set of 4. It looks like, when you just stare at the screen, that it's actually 4 sets of 2, but consider that the screen wraps around, and then you realise that it's actually 2 sets of 2 and a set of 4. Now when I'm thinking about Game Boys, I'm actually thinking about all the Game Boys that we had as a family. My sister had the clear one, and she really loved the clear one. I really like clear tech. Clear tech is extremely nifty, and we don't see enough of it these days. Being able to see into the shell of a system is very neat, and it also would... oh, there goes the big thing. It also helps us see when things are going wrong, because admittedly, back in the day, you would have just had a board with chips on it, and you wouldn't be able to see very much. But nowadays, with things like fans and other stuff that are in systems, you'd be able to just have a look and go, that fan's not spinning correctly, and you would know what's up before having to send something in or seek assistance. Just a little thing that I think needs to come back. Clearly, as well, the Alleyway spaceship needs to come back in Mario. Just Mario Galaxy 3, Mario just decides to fly around in this spaceship. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But, hey, stranger things have occurred, to be fair. Now, let's deal with this. If we can actually, it's not dealing with it, me. That'll slowly be dealing with it. There we go. Thinking about the Game Boy, the only company who were actually able to defeat the Game Boy, as it were, also absolutely destroyed that stage there. We're very close to the next life threshold, and we have blocks moving left to right, and the indestructible blocks moving right to left. And there are some good opportunities here to get stuck in the middle or the top and earn loads of points due to everything moving. The only company that was able to destroy the Game Boy once and for all, and many tried. You had the Sega Game Gear, and eventually the Sega Nomad, which was very short-lived. You had the Atari Lynx, you had the Tiger handhelds. The only company that ended up being able to destroy the Game Boy was in fact Nintendo, to make way for the Game Boy Advance. The Game Boy had a phenomenally long life, and it sold tons and tons of units, and there was also the Game Boy Pocket and the Game Boy Color. It was just such a long-lived system. There have been quite a few very long-lived systems, some that you wouldn't think, that just endured for so long, like the Atari actually still existed in one form or another, the Atari 2600 specifically, until 1992. And that's a long time, because you'd think that it was super long dead, but it was still there in some form, still kicking. It actually outlived its successor, which is an achievement. Also, we just gained a life, and that in itself is an achievement too. We're actually doing really well at getting rid of all of these blocks at the bottom. We just have a few more. And now we have even less. We have 4. Oh, still 4. 3. Oh, and we got one from there. And 2 there. And just 1. And just like that, I'll pretend that that was skill. We've got rid of all the ones on the bottom. Let's get through this now, which is going to be tricky because everything's moving, and deal with the top row. I have so many fond memories of the Game Boy. So many fond memories. I'd almost go as far as to say that it is one of my favourite consoles. Along with it... Ooh! It looked like for a moment there that the ball got stuck in the indestructible block. It was probably not, but it looked like it, didn't it? It's just a system that I have so many fond memories of, not just of me playing games, but also of me doing various things linked to getting games. Like, oh, there goes our paddle. Like, when we were in the Canary Islands, going around all the electronic shops, buying or hunting for multicarts, because they always had them. They always had them like under the counter, the glass case, and we'd look at them and we'd haggle and all sorts of things, because they never had prices on them. Oh, they never had prices on them. There was always haggling to be had, and sometimes they didn't work properly, and sometimes people had the same one in different stores, and so you go and compare, and it was a fun time. The Game Boy Advance sort of saw the end of that in a way, because there weren't the multicarts like how they were on the Game Boy. They just weren't there. Like, the multicarts were a way that I discovered loads of games I would never have ever known of, because they were released in different regions, and I didn't think about looking for games in different regions. Didn't have access to any online marketplaces. Also, I have no idea how we managed to slip through there, but we did! We did! Just got to... Ooh, there we go. Get these. I also encountered quite a few ROM hacks and definitely not legit games on multicarts. That's where I found the amazing Super Mario World 7. Disclaimer, it's not real. But the game it's a hack of is certainly real and quite fun. Although playing it as Mario makes it a bit of a peculiar experience. Also, I'm a little sad that we weren't up there longer than I wanted to be, because there are still 3 of these left. Can we get them? We're managing to wonderfully miss. Okay, we got 1 of them. I'll take it. If we'd have actually been pushed back down without getting any of those, that would have been very sad. That would have been very sad. Right, let's... Oh, we're up. And we're immediately down. Darn it. we can get one of them. And the other one too. 7,250. There's probably a maximum number of points you can get on each level now that I think about it. Now, there's only one set of blocks here, which tells me that the other blocks will come down, likely with some more indestructible ones. Also, we're back up to the number of lives that we were at before. There are the indestructible ones. What I need to do now is I actually need to get through this. There we go, this might do it. It did! Oh, we're in! And I'm pretty glad we didn't actually break through there to get the paddle shrunk. What I need to do now is actually get back. It's going to be easier said than done, isn't it? Then again, with it constantly going down, we may actually Ooh, look at that! We're actually smashing through the interior of that, and we now have a smaller paddle. But that's to be expected. That is to be expected. Now we just need to get through again. That's not getting through, game. That's me just... there we go. That helped. That helped. Now. Oh, it's going down quite quickly. Darn it. Well, remember I had that life? I don't remember having that life. It's gone now. Ah, well, we're a third of the way towards getting another one. At least we're not running out. At least we're not at one life. We tend to be flitting between 4 and 2. Also, there is another row of blocks, confirming that we're getting the 2 sets of blocks, one after another. Also, these indestructible blocks, these are what makes this so tricky, because you're too focused on dealing with the blocks that you're destroying, and not on how this is bouncing back to you. You're never quite sure. Then again, since it's just based on... Ooh, can I have these half blocks... Thank you! Can I have these half blocks disappear? Since it's based on the angle, you could likely work out exactly how this is going to bounce back. Also, we're going to lose a lot of points here if we... I'm also going to lose a life if I'm not very careful. Remember when I said that we weren't running out of lives? And then that happened. Oh, me. You know, I could do all of this and still not actually get to the very end. This could happen. This could very much happen. And there goes my paddle. If only there was a way to keep that paddle at maximum size. But no. But no, I'm losing a lot of points on this right-hand side if I don't get rid of these. I'm losing a lot of points. That helps a little. But I bet it's going to go down now. No, it did not. Careful. Went down there, though. That is probably 50, 60 points there. I'd rather not get rid of them, but actually it's probably not 50, 60 points. Maybe it's 40 or 50. Even so, still want to keep these. Probably not going to, though. Not at this rate. We're just not managing to get a good shot, are we? There's another row of blocks there. Oh, there's another one. But there goes quite a few points. So another row of indestructible blocks. Is there going to be a... And there goes all of them! Is there another row of blocks we need to worry about? I hope not. And there go all those points. Ah well. I didn't need them, he says, needing them. Need to pay attention to where this ball is going, because I'm too busy focusing on where it's where I'm wanting it to head and where it is going than where it is. But it moves quite quickly. It doesn't look like it moves quickly. Also, I'm a little curious that this thing's never going to actually come down. There we go! It came down! Yay! We're not stuck. I mean, if I did end up getting stuck, that would be quite an achievement. I think it... I was about to say I think it might be stuck again. Can we... What I really want is to get more of... I'm doing really well at having it bounce like that. But I really want just to get rid of these. This is a really cleverly designed level. Makes it that much trickier to deal with everything, and you're never quite sure when it's going to come down. That said, not doing badly here. Oh, there we go. There'll be a bonus stage after this. Hopefully I can re-earn that life I lost in the bonus stage. I mean, we'll only need to get about 400 points. That is, of course, presuming I get there. Might not get there. We only have 4 more to deal with, and that was a little close. 3 more to deal with. That went straight down without helping me. I'm just playing shuffle puck there with myself, I was about to say. Imagine losing shuffle puck to myself. That could happen. I could do it. I have done it. This game has proven that. We have 2 more to deal with. Just 2. The ball is proving to be very bouncy, and also very incapable of getting what I want. Are we... Oh, nope. And there's one. There's the other. Ha-ha! Bonus stage! Oh, it's one of the fish. Right. Let's get lots of points here. That's not going to get very much, is it? Nope. Let's do that. There we go. Get all of these. Watch those points pile up. Stack those points high. We need all of them. We really, really need all of them. This should help. We'll soon have less than 100 to go. We haven't been given more time to do anything, but that'll help. That'll get us something. No, actually it won't. We've already bounced like that. Darn it. Ah well, 7,889. I will take that. I wish I could take more lives, but what can you do? Oh, okay. We have a central area that's going to be very tricky to get into. Oh, that's going to be very tricky to get into, but I'll see if I can. Well, we got 1. Now, if we can get there from the top, that would be great. It's that middle area. That middle area is going to be the tricky bit. At least we can semi-rely on the ball only bouncing in certain directions, because it's not likely it's going to hit certain bits. Just sort of stay in the middle and we'll mostly be okay. I say mostly, and then I manage to get the ball in a very odd bouncing pattern and mess it all up. There we go. That's a little better. And then I mess it up again. Oh me. We're not going to get anywhere if we have it bounce like that. There we go. Only 80 or so points to go before we get that life back. Who knows? I may end up keeping one of these lives for more than 5 seconds. That is a lie, by the way. That is so very, very much a lie. Right. Got to... Nope. Get up there. Can we actually get to the top? There aren't that many high-scoring blocks here. Now when I look at it, there's only a line of 2 of them. Then again, there's only effectively a line of 4 of the middle ones. And this is how the game ends up getting more tricky. It starts throwing less... oh, we're in the middle! Less decent scoring blocks. Oh, the middle is a place where lots of points are to be had. But you need to watch out, because the middle is also where a lot of danger is to be had, too. Careful. Oh, we're at the top. We now have the small paddle. I need to pay that much more attention now. And when I say that much more attention, I mean I actually need to... There we go! Get to the top part. Ooh, that was an odd angle. I didn't like that angle at all. There we go. Extra life. Marvellous. And we're at the top. That did not last very long, though. I wonder if there is an angle that you can actually launch the ball that it will get stuck. I'm very curious. It might be possible. It might be. Also, we do need to change this. Oh, remember when I said that I would try and keep my lives for more than 5 seconds? No, that's not happening, clearly. That is not happening. Now, this is going to be stuck in here for quite a while. Which is good. Because I need it to be stuck in there for quite a while. So we have a... Well, there goes that. We have just the grey blocks in the middle. Got to get in the middle. Got a few of them. Got a few. Just need to be very careful. Me? Being very careful? Nope! We're down to 1. We're down to 1 life. I don't like this. I also don't like that I'm failing to... Oh. Failing to, There we go! At least you managed to get that. Oh, that's moving in a very peculiar manner, and I don't like that at all. But we'll deal with that next time. For when we come back, folks, we're on stage 23. And I have 1 life. And only so many lives that I can possibly gain. I make no promises that I'll be able to finish this, but I'm going to give it a good go. We have far more levels behind us than we do ahead, and we have some bonus stages. I won't say no to bonus stages. That said, we only have, what, 1 more life that we could possibly get? That is if we can't get lives going past 9999 score. Things are stacked against us, but I'll give it my all. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.